It's a Gundam. He's just a piece of crap.
Subscribe right now!
In the last decade, anime and media from Japan as a whole have become the last bastion of creativity and art the Western world consumes. Thought-provoking TV shows and movies that change your worldview, remind you that you're human, or that something is beautiful in the world. Better yet, possibly inspires you. This is something that we are so sorely lacking in the age of AI and modern Hollywood.
You're putting yourself and everyone else in grave danger. I need you to give me this.
In Dostoevsky's novel, The Idiot, Prince Myshkin says, "Beauty will save the world." I believe this to be true. Even if you were to take the quote at face value or hyper-analyze it, it cannot be denied. Whereas to Hollywood has been churning out reboot after reboot, remake after remake, reimagining after reimagining, safe bet after safe bet, that barely breaks even at best. Films and television have lost all meaning. Shows are as soulless as the streaming providers that they're on. Gen Z and Gen Alpha no longer care about Hollywood movies, and they know it. That's why they're slowly pivot shifting to streamers as the future of entertainment.
Which is really sad.
God help us all.
The MCU is a walking corpse, feeding off the flesh of the comic book source material for almost 20 years now, and still not translating it correctly. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle grossed more at the box office than Superman and the Fantastic Four, Marvel and DC's heavy hitters, the massive summer movies, and they still couldn't beat anime. In fact, things are so bad after Superman not exactly being the multi-billion-dollar film, Warner Brothers is up for sale.
Oh no! What happened?
Have you ever caught yourself reaching for a bad habit without thinking about it? Maybe it's out of stress, boredom, or just wanting to fit in. Well, that's where Fume comes in. It's not about quitting, it's about replacing. Fume is the sponsor of today's video, offering a simple and enjoyable way to break away from bad habits while still having something satisfying to reach for. No vapor, no nicotine, all flavor. Fume is an award-winning flavored air device that delivers the greatest taste without any of the harmful chemicals. Instead of inhaling vapor, you simply breathe in natural, food-grade ingredients that satisfies the craving without the addiction. Over 700,000 people have already made the switch to Fume as part of their habit-changing journey. If you're ready to try for yourself, now's the time. For a limited time, if you order the Journey Pack using my code GUNDO, you'll get a free Fume Topper, an awesome accessory to level up your experience. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen and get yours today.
Crunchyroll boss on the blockbuster implications of Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. It's now undeniable how big anime has become. The latest summer box office has delivered an unlikely juggernaut, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. The anime epic has stormed past $555 billion worldwide, making it the highest grossing Japanese film of all time and the top earning anime feature ever released in North America. Where anime movies were once relegated to the margins, Infinity Castle has stunned with $140 million in 2 weekends, by far the biggest US theatrical run ever for a Japanese title. Given the anime fandom's penchant for repeat viewings and the rumored Chinese release still in the works, there's no telling just how rich Infinity Castle's worldwide haul might become.
I've seen all these movies, and the only one I cared about was Demon Slayer. Superman was like a fart in the wind, and Fantastic Four was so predictable I felt like the writing was done by AI.
Meanwhile, Hollywood box office movies are dropping 60 to 80% after release weekend, being the norm now, or flopping so badly they get put on ice. Goodbye, Tron.
What was it, Tron Legacy, Tron Ares? You'll never see it again. Kevin Feige and those like him are no longer heralded as saviors or sages of Hollywood, but the harbingers of creative doom.
In 2020, the COVID pandemic exposed new people to the joys of the niche hobby known as anime, manga, model kits, and even Warhammer, just to name a few. But as in all things, once they become popularized or mainstream, they are ruined by the casuals that only enjoy them for their popularity and demand that the new hobby is reshaped around their worldviews or sexual orientations more often than not. This has eroded the American anime scene at an alarming rate. Popular streaming sites are starting to go down, leading to many classic animes that were never localized to the West being lost for probably all time.
Operation Anime shuts down 16 illegal streaming sites. Japan and Brazil have teamed up to fight piracy by shutting down anime streaming sites. If you woke up this morning hoping to catch up on One Piece or maybe some Jujutsu Kaisen episodes on your favorite illegal streaming site, you probably had a rude awakening. You probably discovered that the site doesn't exist anymore.
Yes, this has happened to me, and it was a terrible, terrible day.
I've seen some of my favorite sites that I have used for years that had some of the rarest anime that an American can see get taken down. And I know I'll never see these shows again. The probability of finding them is little next to none unless I go to Japan and pick up the language, which I'm just too stupid for. But this is the price of mainstream appeal. Once companies realize there's money to be made, they make sure they control every avenue to said product. But there are still some pirate sites that remain, and they pull massive numbers.
The world's largest anime piracy site has surpassed both Disney Plus and Crunchyroll in monthly visits. The unknown site is doing 364 million, Disney 343, Crunchyroll 125 million.
Crunchyroll sucks, and so does Disney. It's criminally ass. With big companies taking more interest in anime streaming like Warner Brothers and Netflix, I think even Disney's getting into making some anime shows. Ugh.
Crunchyroll is slowly becoming an anime monopoly, which you might not think is a bad thing till they drop a show you like, and Lord knows, some anime DVDs, trying to find them is like trying to find a rare Pokemon or something. And the secondhand market for your favorite niche anime, you know, the ones that nobody really talks too much about, like Asobe-sen, something like that, dude, it's $300-$400 for the box set. Dude, you can't get Season 2 and Season 3 of Hajime no Ippo on Blu-ray right now. It's $200 a piece. For a DVD, it used to be $30.
What? You motherfucker! Oh my god, you son of a bitch!
Crunchyroll removes 2 animes from the platform, Death Paradise and 91 Days. They removed a lot more than that. Like Claymore, you can technically still watch them via their Amazon Video channel, Roku channel. Claymore, the anime, has officially been removed from Crunchyroll and no longer any platforms that stream it legally.
Of course, because Claymore is one of those great animes. Slash manga, but manga then anime. You know what I'm saying, right? It's one of the best to come out there, and it is a crime that it never got a full anime.
Oh, and did I mention that the localization for some of these major streaming sites have gone to translating through AI?
I'm dead inside.
Crunchyroll ran embarrassingly bad ChatGPT subtitles on new anime series. The streamer previously said it had no plans to use AI in the production of its anime program. The subtitles for one of Crunchyroll's newest anime series make it pretty clear that the company is going all in on ChatGPT. This week's viewers logged in to Crunchyroll to check out the studio Gokumi's Necronomiko and Cosmic Horror Show. Many were surprised to see that the series subtitles were filled with typos, grammatical errors, and explicit references to ChatGPT. The subtitles seem very much like text that had been generated with AI and slapped onto Necronomiko and Cosmic Horror Show without first being reviewed and edited for accuracy.
Money, please.
Holy Jesus. You know that site pulls in millions of dollars a year, and they couldn't even be bothered to double check this.
Corporate anime streaming sites always looking to add AI and not hire real humans. But to be fair, localization has been so bad, fans have begun to complain to Japan about anti-censorship of the anime on Twitter.
My colleagues around the world have told me about many examples of censorship in the name of localization. I'm often surprised by them, and I think the Japanese people have been slow to acknowledge this issue. However, in my recent years, it's become a very important topic for Japan, which aims to be a nation built on content culture. Japanese people also read the messages in the reply section. Please continue to tell us about it.
So you're in a rock and a hard place if you're an American. If they hire someone to localize it, you gotta pray it's not some person that feels the need to rewrite things and reinterpret it.
Or you get ChatGPT. And then, if you want the fan subs, which are far better, the fan subs do everything. They give you the lyrics to the anime song and who did it. If there's text on the screen, they translate it. This corporate crap, they do the bare minimum and want to be paid for it, dude. And it's not limited to anime either. Even video games like Dragon Quest deal with Western gender politics or the culture war that we're locked in that they feel needs to be projected onto content from other countries.
Creator of Dragon Quest, Yoji Horii, I probably got that wrong, explains how the West is forcing him to censor Dragon Quest III HD Remake in order to conform to gender ideology and how it negatively influences Japan.
あとすごい話題になってたそのコスチュームとか当時と
そのままなのかどうなのかみたいなのがありましたよね、また。
まあね、いろいろ規制もあってね、露出してきちゃいけないとかね。
そこ、まあちょっとあんまり深掘りする気は。
コンプラっていう名のね、やっぱりね、ある種のね、なんだろうな、絶対心というべき、善の名を借りた悪みたいなのがある。全員が不快感を覚えないなんてことはないわけ。だって不快なことを覚える動向でもいいわけよ。だって綺麗汚いとかさ、善悪って人それぞれに感じ方があるわけじゃん。で物事はやっぱり根っこにあるのはやっぱり絶対やっちゃいけないことだけいくつかあって、それさえやらなきゃあとはいいじゃないって、そういうのがないわけよ。だからやっぱり英米の方から来てるその宗教的な概念から来るその正教徒の考え方ってアメリカにあるじゃない。彼らのコンプラの考え方って本当ね狭い。でだから向こうでコミックス出す時に全部その年齢で区切ってやらなきゃいけない。少年ジャンプの漫画だったら13アップ、13歳以上じゃないと出せない。私は全部リテイク入れなきゃいけない。でそれを訴訟が起きるそのために保険も入らなきゃいけない。もうこんなねバカな国とね。
Fan-effing-tastic. That's right. Here, negatively influences Japan. Imagine these creative titans being forced to conform to the mental midgets that would find their work offensive because it doesn't affirm their worldview. This shouldn't be happening, but it is. And this is why I don't want Western influence in Japanese entertainment. We, as fans of anime and manga, want to escape our culturally and spiritually bankrupt society in the West, since we don't have enough money to flee the country. I forgot to mention a few more stupid points of Crunchyroll, because I'm a petty bitch, so I'm going to give them to you now. On October 30th, Crunchyroll started removing shows, so people started unsubscribing. Crunchyroll then made it as miserable as an experience as trying to get out of your Adobe contract early.
Crunchyroll membership and being asked to provide bank statements. I want to cancel my membership. I did not want to dispute a charge, nor did I say anything to indicate that. I couldn't find a cancel membership option in the settings, so I contacted support for help. The support agent asked for my name and email associated with the account. Reasonable. Then the support agent asked for the card type and the last 4 digits and expiration of the card. I don't think I have ever had to provide this info to cancel an account, but not unreasonable. Then the agent asked for a screenshot of my bank statement showing the charge from them. That seems really strange to me. What could they possibly need that info for? Same happened with me. I want to change my username and they asked for the screenshot of the transaction. Provided them that and they changed my username.
You might say, Gundo, you're biased. Okay, check this out. Crunchyroll's customer service is handled by mostly AI bots now. Ironically, it's as if they didn't learn the lesson from AI translation on their anime, but whatever, right?
Stupid account management. I want to increase my membership so I could read some manga, but was informed by Crunchyroll's AI help bot that I have to cancel my membership and wait for it to expire before I can upgrade. This is asinine. If I have to cancel my membership, I likely won't be renewing it at a higher tier. Crunchyroll is making it intentionally difficult to give them more money, and I'm betting it's because they are trying to make it harder to cancel overall. I can't believe that such a stupid, unforced error would be made. This is how you lose subscribers, not keep them.
Shut up and buy more, Shadow. One thing is crystal clear. Hollywood is coming for anime, and I do not think it's a good thing.
Sony Group deepens its investment in Bloomberg anime sector. With Japanese animation forecast to become a $600 billion business by 2030, Sony is leveraging its assets behind the category. We are very bullish about the overall growth of anime and what that means for us.
You know, years ago I would have thought this was awesome, but after seeing what happened with One Punch Man Season 3, I'm very pessimistic for the future. Now, if they went back to, hand animation, like in the 80s and 90s, I'd be down for that, but we're not getting that. We're gonna get slop 2D, 3D animation. What a stupid time to be alive. Anyway, Sony passed up buying Warner Brothers to focus on anime. That is a clear sign that superheroes are dead. And when you think about it, so's Harry Potter.
Sony announces it won't be bidding to buy Warner Brothers because it's focused on the growth market like anime.
Who wouldn't be?
We have no desire for big mergers and acquisitions, deals in the US film industry right now.
Because they are not doing that well.
Simply adding together the current movie studios doesn't strike me as leading to a big gain in profitability, for which scale is everything, so it can create its own position even without becoming one of the top players. The global market for anime is just drawing right now and will continue to grow by double digits for a while. We are focused on growth markets. It's important to have corporate relationships that foster original works. Yeah.
Goodbye, Batman and Superman. James Gunn might be fired soon.
Japanese anime boom is attracting wealthy investors. Major conglomerate. From Hollywood giants to loaded conglomerates, everyone is investing in anime.
Hollywood wants to make more live-action movies and shows made for streaming based on anime. Just a crazy idea, but why not just invest in anime?
Netflix My Hero Academia movie is taking inspiration from the unlikely show. The film's writer Jason Fuchs also happens to be showrunner for it. The screenwriter best known for Argylle and Ice Age, Continental Drift, serves as a co-showrunner for HBO's It prequel series.
Oh my god.
Here's a crazy idea, Netflix. Hear me out. Instead of doing a live action My Hero Academia that will obviously be 100% garbage, if not 70% garbage, Sword of the Stranger, do sequel films to that. Get the original animators in studio. That would be hot. Not this. This is not hot. There are a few shows like this in the works, including the live action Gundam with Sydney Sweeney, and God knows why she's in it. I guess it's because she's got nice knockers.
Sydney Sweeney in final talks for the Gundam movie at Legendary.
There's a good shot these live action films are gonna eat ass, and I will squeal in horror. And frankly, it's clear the writing is on the wall. Superheroes are out. Shonen is in. Hollywood doesn't love or respect these IPs. One look at how superheroes are handled, and you can see that. The never-ending quest to appease the modern audience doesn't lead to creativity. It leads to stagnation. Shows and movies ruled by committee. My God, the Secret Invasion's already lining up to be trash. And as someone who enjoyed the Secret Invasion comics, everyone should be fired for what they did to the Skrulls. These companies see anime and manga only as something to make money. It's no longer about telling a story or even making art. It's about content now. That permeates the industry like a wet fart, just stinking up everything so bad you can taste it. They are no different than miners drilling into a mountain or a piece of land for rare earth minerals. And once they've all been collected, they move on to the next big dig site. And all that's left, in most cases, is an unlivable mess for the wildlife. And I hate to break it to you. You are the rare blue jay that will be displaced by this mining operation of trying to make money off of things that people actually still care about, because the creatives today aren't that creative, and the people who put money up are too chicken shit to put it into something new and interesting. Everyone's just trying to get as much as they can before Terminator Judgment Day comes to pass. And on that note, I'm out of here. Adios, bichachos. And remember to subscribe to this crap just so I could stick it to the people at YouTube. Once I hit 1 million, we're going to do something really sexy with motorcycles.
Can I have some puppy, please? Can I have some puppy, please, to help me? I said help me. You little scamp. You're a scamp. You're a little scamp. Okay, let me try again. You're supposed to be my Monday motivation, Fluffy.